Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the meeting of the Recreation and Amenities Committee. First item on the agenda is the election of chair. Councillor Hinton.
Yeah, I would like to propose Councillor Crook as chair of our please. I think she is really passionate. She cares a lot about all of the things that are important to care about when you're chair of Recreation and Amenities, and she's really enthusiastic and she'll be a great chair to take it forward. So I'd like to propose something.
Thank you very much. Do I have a seconder? Thank you. All in favour of Councillor? I've kept the seat all for you.
Thank you very much. That's very good.
Thank you for that, Kelly. That was very kind. And now I'd like to propose election of vice chair, and I'd like to nominate Councillor Kelly Hinton, because she's fantastic. Anybody else got? Anybody like to second that? No, Sarah. All in favour? Right. Yeah, that's great. That's okay. Third is apologies for absence. We have apologies from Dave Eggleton, Paula Isaac, and Ian Clark. Four is declarations of interest. Is there any declarations of interest anywhere? Fine. Okay. 5 is public participation. Anybody here wish to speak in public participation? Would you like to stand up and say your name?
I'm Pete Gleeson, and I have an interest.
You can take the mask off so I can hear you.
Peter Gleeson, and I have an interest in the SIPA because I use it to launch my boat. I wrote to the mayor back in April, and actually he's asked around my comments and that. I'm just to listen to what I have to say, and if you want to ask me questions about the use of the SIPA and back answer.
Or should I ask them now?
You can bring the item forward if you wish. That's only okay. Or you could leave it as it is if he doesn't mind waiting. It shouldn't be a long meeting.
Would he be able to then ask questions in that bit? Because that's what if we ask him, because he might not speak.
You can, at your discretion, you can call upon anybody within reason. So you can call upon if you wish.
We're going to 7 for open green, cutting green stone. So, unless anybody wants.
Councillor Eggleton said he'd like to remain on both committees.
Yes, that's fine. That's okay. So 5.1, recommend to resolve approve the membership and the term of reference to the open green spaces subcommittee and cutting green workshop as outlined in 2.1, 2.2, and 3.1 and 3.2. So all in favour. Right, okay. Now we are going to progress now. Fairmile Chapel, First Chapel. No Mo May.
I think that was a really good success.
Yeah.
I think lots of people took part, and even any negative comments online were quickly answered and pointed in why it was taking place and what it was doing. So I think it was really good. So I think that was well received.
Yeah, well done for everyone that took part. Any other questions? Okay. Donation of a Slovenian hayrack.
I think that's still ongoing. It's going to happen. We just got to, I think they're going to be in contact with myself and Kelly, Councillor Hinton, about dates. And once we know that, then let everybody know.
Riverbank repairs. Okay, right. Provision of toilets at Makin's Recreation Ground. Just so if anyone's interested, there's a neighbourhood, it will be a consultation on when the neighbourhood plan is in place on the 2nd and 3rd of July in the town hall. So if anyone wants to come along, that's more than welcome to do reviews.
Sorry, nothing's been done. Just quickly on toilets, I'm doing the council car park. Is there any reason why the Waitrose car park and toilets are predominantly closed?
So we can find out.
Is that just fine? Is it because of the state? Because they're always shut. And I've heard like multiple people I've been in Waitrose that just like, where's the nearest toilet? I literally think it's catching people out. Just wondering why they are.
We can find out.
Yeah, right, okay. Library working group, which is, sorry,
I've not been, I've also have been on RNA, as you know, and I'm just wondering why it has actually been paused, this project. I'd be interested to know what you want to know.
I was going to say, initially on like site stuff, so the big factors that fall into it are finding a landowner, either our own land that we have, or a landowner that's willing to donate it in order to be built on. So that's been Rupert House, Swiss Farm, Mill Marsh Meadows. The cost was just going to be astronomical to overcome some of the building, or not some of the factors in the floodplain. And also on initial, just tiny consultations of people coming from Facebook that know where it's going to be popular enough to build there. On it at the moment, there's a relatively well-known landowner around here who is thinking that he may wish to give a piece of land big enough to do it on and sort of build cost. So potential progress on that one, which is.
Just to be clear, it's not a town council working group. It's an external working group, and we have council representatives. I think it's you and is it Claire? Yeah.
on the Okay, Welcome Hall, which is ongoing. Cycling at Mill Marsh Meadows, the signage has now been installed and it's proposed to move this item from the progress report. Parks and Open Spaces Society policy, cemetery warden, allotment rents, nomad, following starting review and subsequent reorganisation of responsibilities of committees and budgets allocation. The outreach grant to nomad will be transferred to the T&C committee for future reports and consideration, as the grant contributes to outreach work townwide and is not restricted apart from those open spaces. And that's progress. We now move on to management accounts. And with the change in responsibility of committee, the properties have now moved to RNA, as you can see these on page 7 of accounts. They all noted?
Yeah, I just wanted to point out about the graphs as well, because that was the first thing I noticed, because I looked straight to them, because although the budgets are great to read through, obviously, the graphs are quite cool as well. But then they will come back, I think they might even be quarterly or something, was that right?
Yes, certainly. We decided to leave them off the management accounts just for clarity. However, we're more than happy to present that information as often as the committee would like, and we can do the graphs for. So we do the graphs for the car park at the moment and the moorings, but we can also do that for other assets as well. Although I obviously am most certainly we would. It would just be a slightly separate document, but yes.
Okay. Right. New Street Slipway. No. Lawrence wants to ask. Lawrence.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, like, the report's brilliant. I think it's, when I said it's been long overlooked, I actually used to use it a lot as a slipway. And apart from it being ridiculously slippery and having a bit of a shelf as you go off, it's definitely usable if you have a small boat. And I think the current changes that as a council we've made, such as not taking someone parking it for 30 seconds, is great, and moving the bollard is good. The electric junctions already been fixed, that was like gravel, and now it's been tarmac, which is very good. Report's perfect. The only other thing I can say is I've been down a few times recently. The ice cream van is always kind of like semi-blocking it as well. So there's kind of that slight. If you can be more to behind the bollard, which actually allows enough access for a car to get in and reverse it. But I think the area of first come, first served trade parking, as long as you actually think something like that. I'm not sure if you've seen the report.
I think, I've seen whatever's in the.
Yeah, so basically in areas you look at the road to the left, it will be first come, first served trade parking without use overnight. But I think that's good.
So is that okay with you if it's first comes, first served?
Yes, I mean, I don't know whether you're restricting the numbers you think that would be there. Typically over the last 30 years when I've used it, there's only been 2 trains used on the day, except for during the gathering market all the time, and similarly during the boat festival.
Yeah, I think common sense is prevailing.
Usually people are quite sensible about that.
Okay, so it is recommended that the committee resolves recommendations outlined in 2.4 of this report be approved. All those in favour? That's it.
Blimey, you nearly
Thank
beat
you
my
very
record.
much, everybody.